Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Rock and Roll Union Streamcast. My name is CT McManus. Thank you so much for choosing to spend time with us this evening. We have a kick-ass show for you tonight. We're going to be talking to one of South Jersey's top cover bands as far as I'm concerned. We don't do a whole lot of cover bands here on the Rock and Roll Union, but I am very excited to bring into the fold friends of mine that have been around for a long time. Poor Mouth Henry, guys, really excited to be talking to them. Just a couple things to touch base with before we bring them out. A big shout out to our sponsor, Rosenfeld Dental Associates, located at 1095 Inman Avenue in Edison, New Jersey. Go rock your smile with the Rock Doc, David Rosenfeld. Nominated one of the top dentists now of 2023. I knew he was going to get it, man. Much congratulations to him. Also, Rock and Roll Union t-shirts are still on sale. You're able to catch, there's just a few left, guys. You're able to catch them. Message me directly if you're interested. A lot of good stuff going on, man. A lot of things moving in the local scene. A lot of really good things happening. And very, very excited to see where we go from here. So, guys, without further ado, it is my pleasure to bring out Don the Medicine Man and Bo the Hammer Gregory, both members of Poor Mouth Henry. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Don, man, we've known each other for a little while now, man. So excited that you guys are finally here on the show.
Yeah, thanks for bringing us in. You know, and it was good to see you the other night, last week. Was it last week or the week before?
Yeah, it was Saturday night. You guys were kicking ass over.
And I see you got our shirt on. That's awesome.
Yes, sir. Dude, I gotta say, we don't do a lot of covers on here for a reason, and that's because there's so many covers, but there's nothing quite as unique as what you guys do. You guys have a unique spin on that cover area because you do songs that I don't see a lot of bands doing. Is that on purpose for you guys?
Yes. Yeah, that is exactly what we do. There's and I know, there's a lot of bands out there, and I give them credit because they attempt to do the same thing. And I find that when we're talking with the folks that come out to see us, they all say the same thing, that we do the shows, the songs that they all love, but nobody is doing. And it's really quite amazing that people still like to hear these songs.
We can, Bo. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
All right. Space Age Technology, man. I'm glad you're with us, bro. Not sorry, Don, to cut you off, but glad to have Bo on board, guys. Please welcome Brother Hammer Gregory as well. And
my pleasure.
We were just talking, Bo, about Don was filling us in a little bit on how the covers that you guys do are on purpose. They're not the same thing as what you hear every other band out there do, as far as like Sweet Caroline or Blue Eye Girl or something a lot. You guys play something just a little bit different.
Absolutely. So,
as far as the band is concerned, now I've known Bo for a while as well. How long has Poor Mouth Henry been around? Don, I know you have done some things on the local scene as a solo artist. How long has Poor Mouth Henry been around, and what changes have we seen since the beginning?
The band came around in, I want to say around about 10 years ago, 2013. And I am the original member. All the past members have, there's been member changes. But I am the original. And it came about, it's just kind of weird. All of the guys in the group all came from a different musical influence background. And we looked at, the type of music that we wanted to do, and we just meshed it all in, and it had in my opinion, it was kind of a unique sound. And over the last 10 years, there's been a number of personnel changes. And I think the most recent change was in 2020, the COVID years.
Yeah.
So the present lineup that we have now, Bo the Hammer, he's been with us. Bo, you've been with us since
4 years now.
19, right?
Yeah, about 4 years almost.
And Don, the bass player, he's been with us for, I want to say, around 6 years. He's been with me. And we brought Dean in 2020, the Hucklebearer. I'm your Hucklebearer. Dean, I'm your Hucklebearer. Herbert. And it's those changes that as we brought different people on, those changes just seem to intensify the energy in the music that we do, and the type of music that we do. It's been described to us, as a type of a high octane. I just think that what we do is just a great sound. The music, we give it a great groove to the sound, and it's constant. It's upbeat. We do slow things down every once in a while, put some slow bits in. And one thing is that we're not truly note for note on these. We like to do things in our way.
Absolutely.
We want to put ourselves into it. And like I said earlier, it seems like a lot of people enjoy what we do. They've told us time and time again, everybody plays the stuff that we do, and they thoroughly enjoy it. They wish that more people do this kind of stuff.
And I gotta say, from seeing you guys Saturday night, I had seen you guys before, but seeing you guys Saturday night in the current lineup and with the set list that you guys had, it's a lot of fun. But it seems like there's a big shot of Southern in there, man. When you guys play things like ZZ Top and CCR and songs along those veins that like you just said, Don, you don't hear that just anywhere. Now, you guys also do a full CCR set as well, am I right?
We had done that. We haven't done anything like that in a couple of years since I want to say since COVID. We've been talking about bringing that back out. We just haven't moved forward with it, and I thoroughly enjoy that music. John Fogerty, CCR, just that music. I can make a connection to the feeling, to the themes, to the message of that music. I totally love that music.
Now, Hammer, I've seen you latch on to just about everything. What makes you grab onto the sound that you guys currently have in Poor Mouth Henry?
I love Don's voice, of course, number one. But with Dean coming on board, really changed things up. Like you had mentioned about the shot of Southern. And of course, my drumming style, which is more Bonham-esque, John Bonham, high power drumming type. It's just an ingredient. The band just becomes explosive. That's all I can say. If you've been to a show, you know what I'm talking about. And I wish more people would come out and experience the Poor Mouth Henry vibe. But, we're learning more material, and, we're changing sets up as we go. But some of the stuff is just kick ass, and we have to, basically keep that in there. But we do rotate sets here and there, but overall, it's just a great field, man. We're getting out of it, and just the train keeps rolling.
Oh yeah. Now, Don, as far as the current lineup is concerned, what makes it feel more? I know you had mentioned feeling more of a high octane there with you, like Hammer said. What makes it comfortable to you? What is the best place to play or environment to play in for you guys in this setup?
Well, for me, anywhere with these three guys is the best place to be. I'll be honest with you; these three guys, they just make the sound. Okay, they put the feel. The rhythm section is really tight. Dean is explosive on his instrument, and yeah, I couldn't wish for a better group. Better group of guys with me. So, anywhere where we're at, I feel at ease. There are some venues though that are, and everybody knows, and that there are some venues that people prefer better than others, and so that's there as well. But it's nothing that I would say would put me in a down mood type of thing. On when it comes to those, I thoroughly enjoy just being out there and singing, playing guitar. I do it all day long. It's something that I just can't not do.
We have a comment. This is from Denise Greger. Very talented tight band. Every member. I made it a point to come out to see you, and I'm glad I did.
Oh, well, that's awesome. Thanks, Denise.
So, guys, feel more than welcome to comment if you guys have anything that you want to say to the band or ask the band. And I got to say that, man, like very tight knit group of guys. And like you were saying, Don, there's certain places that people prefer to come out
leave
to.
The room.
Say that again.
Leave the Bo.
Bo, you good? I think Bo might be frozen. Don, you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, cool. Certain venues seem to come out a little bit better than others. There's some venues that kind of put the music as an not necessarily an afterthought, but a second thought. And then there's other venues that have full stages and full setups. And I'm sure that bands prefer playing there a little bit more than kind of sitting up in the corner of a place.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you, Bo. Are you good?
Yeah, I don't see T.
Say that again.
I think he's having visual problems.
Yeah, Bo is internet connections, guys. My apologies. Bo is with us the best way that he can.
Modern technology, right?
Modern day technology, man. It's a curse or a blessing, man. A little bit of both, I think. Anyway, so Don,
GT, where are you?
Can you hear me?
GT,
man, guys, just to show you, you never know what you get here. Trying our best. Anyway, Don, as far as going back to people having their preference as far as coming out to a certain show or going out, any favorite places for you to play in the local area?
Yeah. Well, where I'm at, I'm down here on the west side of Atlantic County.
Okay.
Hamilton, Folsom, Buena Vista Township, southern part of Gloucester County. I like, there's a place in Williamstown called Sharky's, and I think a lot of people know it. I like that place. It's just it's a nice hometown type of pub type of thing. I like being there. One of the places that I also thoroughly enjoy, and we were just there on Sunday afternoon, just past Sunday, is the Sweetwater Marina down in Hamilton.
I saw pictures, man. It looked beautiful.
That is a beautiful facility. It's outdoors. They got a nice stage set up. When I do the solo thing you mentioned previously, there is a vineyard here in Williamstown called Autumn Lake.
Okay.
And that is a really nice facility as well. And I really think I could just go on forever, and list all these facilities I like, that are really nice. Some of my favorites, Kaminsky's in Cherry Hill, that's a favorite place as well. And we go down the shore, down towards in Galloway. There's a place that we're at, McGettigan's. That's a nice place to set up and perform at as well.
Quick comment to Bill. Bill Bonner. Our good old friend Bill, man. Bill, can you hear us?
Yeah, now.
And then another
Talking
question.
behind my back.
Another question from Christina. Will Dean be joining this evening?
I've got a message from Dean. He's trying to join. I'm going to try and see if I can get him that link over to him. So
we will attempt that as well. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to reach that, but
because Dean was saying Dean was saying he had an error. You're trying to get on, error has occurred, cannot connect.
Gotcha.
So I just sent him the that link. Maybe he can try on there again.
So, Bo, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, because your visual is frozen, but that's why I figured I'd ask. As far as, and I'm going to throw this question at both you and Don, as far as cover songs, because you guys are in that circuit, and I asked this of every cover band that's out there, any songs you are tired of playing that like you feel you have to play still at this point?
Don, you can take that call.
Songs that we are tired of playing that we feel we must play.
Or any overtly over-requested songs, let's put it that way.
No, well, we still get the requests for, and you mentioned those songs earlier. What is that? Brown Eyed Girl. Yeah. What's the other one?
Sweet
from
Caroline,
Neil Diamond? Yeah. We were at our last appearance or show we did at Kaminsky's. We had a couple come up and ask for that song. And that's all fine and good, but I truly dislike that song. I hate to say it. So I don't do that song, but we do something that will have a similar type of feel to it, and you can always find those, but they're not that something that isn't, requested by the masses, and that's what we try to stick with, tunes that people don't typically hear, but they love it. The songs that we do, you don't hear them, but the moment you do, it puts you at a place where you remembered hearing it.
Absolutely. I remember this past Saturday night when I came out and saw you guys, and I think I talked to you, Don, about it. And I was like, I don't remember who does this song, but I love this song because I hadn't heard it played in so long, and I couldn't place if it was a Traveling Wilbury song, who it was, because it was a song that
but you knew it,
song.
but you knew that song.
Exactly right.
And it took you back to where, holy crap, I remember this song. This was an awesome song. Why don't we hear this out anymore?
Yeah.
And that's, I think that's the key. That type of material, or that type of cover. But to each his own, right? So I'm sure there are folks out there who don't like the music that we cover. They're more into metal. They're more into something like that, like a 90s grunge type of thing, right? So we so what I'm saying about this, you got to take that with a grain of salt about stuff, right? So.
I'll be honest, the venue and the place that I saw you and watching you guys Saturday night really reminded me of being in a roadhouse somewhere. That was the kind of environment, the sound, everything. That's kind of where I felt like I was at. Bo, are we doing any better on this feed?
Yes, I hear everything you're saying, man.
Awesome. So I was asking Don, I'll ask you, any songs you get tired of playing or being requested?
Nope. We do get requested Freebird quite a bit, but we have our security detail. We have security that takes care of them.
Security.
Yeah. No, I mean, most of these songs are kick-ass. We love to do them. And I got to be honest with you, I've been with them 4 years. And I'm really not getting tired of much. Like I said, the way we play these songs, they're just enjoyable to play with the four of us, man. There's no other way of saying it. So.
Now, I would be remiss, Don, if I didn't ask you where the name came from.
Poor Mouth Henry?
Yeah.
Well, it's an old saying, and it's somebody ever hear the phrase somebody's crying poor mouth?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it comes from that. Poor mouth is, you're saying, it's typically somebody who is okay financially, not a super millionaire, but they're not hurting, right? They're okay, and they're going to be okay. But yet they'll turn around and say, I ain't got no money. I got nothing, that type of stuff. You're crying poor mouth needlessly. You're crying poor mouth. So the name that's attached to it can be any name. Harry, Bob, poor mouth Bob. Henry, to me, just had a ring to it.
Gotcha.
And so, that's where that name really comes from. And there was no rhyme or reason. Just threw the name in the hat 10 years ago when we were trying to come up with a name for the band, and we would pull that name out, and all four of us sat there and looked at it and said, I'm not sure about this, but we never threw it away. We put it back in the hat. And then we would pull out all these other names, and somebody didn't like one name for one reason or another. So those names were all tossed out. And my the original guitar player, Al, he passed away back in 2016. He pulls out that name for like the 10th time, and he goes, "You know what, Don? This is a cool name." He goes, "This is just ringing to me right now." He said, "It grows on you." And he goes, "What do you guys think?" And everybody else was like, "Yeah, it's got a nice ring to it." So, and I said, and here's the other thing. There ain't nobody in the band named Henry, never was. So when people see us and they come up and talk to us, what's the conversation starter?
Who's Henry?
Who's Henry? Right.
He was an old once.
It was a what?
He was an old roadie of yours.
Yeah. It reminds me of that Pink Floyd song, by the way. Which one's Pink?
Yeah, right.
But you guys play everywhere. What's the current schedule look like? What's coming up next for you guys as far as dates are concerned?
Don,
Yeah, this Saturday we're at McGettigan's down in Galloway. Next Saturday, the 29th, we are at the Pine Hill Tavern. And I'm looking forward to being there because I'm told that they really did a number on that unit. They really did like some refurbishing. And it's kind of finished now. We were there, the last time we were there, they were kind of getting it finished, but I don't think it was all the way. So I'm really looking forward to seeing, what that place looks like now. And then in May, early May, I think we're at Sharky's in Williamstown. And May we're going to start getting really busy. Our busy time of year is coming up. We got a couple, what do we got? The St. Joaquin Bo, is that May? That's May, right?
Paris. I think it's May, middle of May sometime.
Okay. Carnival down there in Brooklawn area. I think it's Brooklawn. Is it Brooklawn?
Belmar.
It was a B town. Blackwood, Brooklawn, Belmar. I'm sorry. I don't mean to. I hope nobody from there is listening. But and then we got a number of campgrounds that we're going to be going to this year.
Nice.
And we have some like what do you call it? Town festivals. We got a number of those. Concert in the park type of stuff as well. This year it's looking like it's going to be another good busy year for us. So feeling very fortunate for that because there's a lot of people out there doing the same thing. They're busy, and I think as places more and more are opening, more and more people want to get out there. I think they're still tired or they're still feeling the effects from the lockdowns or the shutdowns and whatnot. They want to get out. So I think, everybody's going to have a fairly busy year this year, including us, which I'm very fortunate, feel very fortunate for that.
And it's bands like yours that, like, when I was a kid, my parents would take me out to those township days or to those concerts in the park. You would always find me by the stage, like even like 10, 12 years old. I was always at the stage, and it was to see incredible bands like yours that like really put that hunger in me as far as the music was concerned. But summertime's a wondrous time because you can actually get the kids out to see that as well because like there's no age restrictions on bringing them out to the parks or to the other outside venues.
Right.
So I know that you guys have a website that has all your current calendar on it. Could you guys share that with us so that people can find out where you guys are playing?
Sure, absolutely. Our website is www.poormouthhenry.com.
Awesome.
And there is a link or a page on there that's a calendar. Just go in there and you're going to see our calendar, and it'll tell you where we're going to be. And I believe it's updated all the way through September.
Okay, cool.
Okay. I have to go back and check because I think the last time that had been updated, I think we've since added just a few more appearances.
Gotcha. So, Bo, any upcoming shows that you're more than excited for that like you're looking forward to more than any other?
I like the festivals, that we do, the outdoor gigs. The we have one in where's that, down in I can't think of the name now, but we play in this pavilion every year. It's really cool over there. Where's the name of that, Don?
The Buena Vista down here.
Yes, Buena Vista Day.
Michael Debbie Park.
We do. Yep, we do that. I like outdoors the most. You're a little cramped. Most clubs and restaurants,
yeah,
they're very close quartered. They kind of get a little more freedom as you're playing in these outdoor gigs, so to speak. But yeah, I prefer outdoors myself.
Gotcha. So, guys, thank you so much for being on with me this evening. Looking forward to coming out and checking you out. I want to get out to that Sharky's gig. I believe it or not, I've never been to Sharky's, but I've heard nothing but good things about Sharky's.
Yeah, it's a nice place that I see. They got like two levels, one upstairs and a downstairs, and we're always downstairs. And to me, that the downstairs just seems like a comfortable, homey place to be. Just a neighborhood pub, if you want to call it that. The food is good, that they have there. Sorry, I feel like I'm plugging for Sharky's now.
Well,
no biggie, man. I'm an eater. I'm looking forward to it even more now.
Kathy, you owe me.
Let me tell you, Kathy's been the greatest with us.
Yes.
She gives us gigs for up to a year in advance.
Wow.
And the woman speaks really volumes to the band and the appreciation and the respect. And of course, we give it back. We blow that place up every time we go in there.
Now,
so come on out to Sharky's, man.
Is there water nearby? Because I feel like there should be like water nearby at a place called Sharky's.
There's a stream in the back where they caught that shark back there. They got it mounted on the front of the building there.
Gotcha. So Bill Bonder wanting to say hi. Our friend
Bill Bonder, yes.
Hey, Bill.
Big Bill.
Yeah, he never came down. He never left his house to see us.
He heard my drum and he opened the back door up.
Yeah, and he heard you, right?
Atkins Park last year was a great spot. Bear with me for 1 second. I can tell you who said that. Atkins Park last year was a great spot. Outdoors was definitely a favorite. I'm sure.
That was great.
That was kick-ass.
That was a good spot to be. I really enjoyed that night.
Real nice.
And honestly, for people like me, it's a favorite place too because you're not cramped, you're not all up on top of each other, and there's ample dancing room in a park, man. So, but guys, thank you so much for hanging with us tonight. Really,
thank you for inviting us, CT. This was fun. Thank you very much. And
thank you guys so much. And any upcoming gigs, please post them. You know where to post them, right on Facebook, right on the Rock and Roll Union Facebook page. Guys, thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, CT.
Have a great rest of your night.
You do the same.
All right, guys. That was Poor Mouth Henry, apologies for any of the technological faux pas that we had. Really, really a great band, man. I can't stress it to you anymore. If you get a chance to get out, check out Poor Mouth Henry. Like I said, those are the songs that you know what they are, but you haven't heard from them. Like they're not playing them anymore on current radio. Commercial radio has been a bust for a long time. Sirius XM has kind of been following the same way. It's just a rough thing out there. But much love to those guys and Poor Mouth Henry. Good friends, and really looking forward to getting out and seeing them. Hopefully at Sharky's, man. Want to get out there. And once again, Rock and Roll Union t-shirts are currently on sale. Message me if you're interested. Next week, really looking forward to this. We are doing something we have never done on this show. We are opening up the comments section completely. We are opening up logging on completely. And really checking out what you guys think about the local scene. You have any questions? You have any concerns? You have any thoughts about the current local scene as far as rock and roll is concerned? Log on, comment on. We'll actually, if you want to come on screen, you can do that as well. I'll be joined by my good friend Will Mass, who is another good friend of mine, another co-patriot out there on the front lines of the rock scene. There's a lot of stuff going on, man. A lot of stuff that we're not happy with. A lot of things that need to change in the scene. A lot of greed that needs to go away. So it is really in our hearts, mine and Will's, to kind of get things moving in that right direction. Stop the bullying. Stop the things that are going on, and really make people want to come see rock again. There's way too much kiddie stuff that's going on that we want to kind of do away with. Once again, we'll be here next week. We will be discussing any of that, opening up the forum, and we'll be spending as much time as it takes to get through that. Funny question, Christina. Can y'all play Brown Eye Girl after the interview? Man. And here, my boy Tizzy. I invented an air freshener that can read your mind. It makes sense if you think about it. So, man, miss you, Tizzy. We got to get you on this show one of these days. But, guys, just want to get you guys out here and on to the show next week. Until next time, don't just leave it. Leave it better. Much love, guys. Have a great rest of your week.